Beginning the chapter. It's a sign for observing the feelings. Yes, I think it very needs for me. Exercise 11. Identify feelings. Whenever the practitioner had a pleasant feeling, he aware, I am experiencing a pleasant feeling. Whenever he had a painful feeling, he aware, I am experiencing a painful feeling. Whenever he experienced a feeling with neither pleasant nor painful, he aware, I am experiencing a neutral feeling. There are three sorts of feeling: pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral. The teaching of this exercise to identify being taught with the feeling as they arise in your effective way. When there are an unpleasant feeling, the practitioner is not in a hurry to take it away. She comes back to her controlled breathing and observes, breathing in, I know that an unpleasant feeling has rising within me. Breathing out, I know that an unpleasant feeling is present in me. Whenever there is a pleasant or a neutral feeling, she practices mindful observation in accordance with that feeling. She knows that her feeling is her and that for the moment she that feeling. She neither ignores terrorized by that feeling, nor does she retreat it in a more effective way to be in contact with that feeling. If we call a pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feeling by its name, we identify clearly and recognize it more deeply. Our attitude is not clinging to rejecting our feeling is the attitude of letting go. Pali Upekha, Sanskrit Upekshika, is an important part of meditation practice. Letting go is one of the four limit mind, Sanskrit Bahama Vihana. We allow compassion, joy, and letting go. A person is comprised of the five areas from the body: feeling, perception, mental formation, and consciousness. It arrogates a river. The body is a river in which every cell is a drop of water, and all of them are in constant transformation and movement. There is also a river feeling not in which every feeling is a drop of water. Each of three feelings, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, rely on other feelings to be born, mature, and disappear. To observe the feeling is to sit on the bank of the river feeling and identify its feeling as it arises, mature, and disappear. Our feelings usually play an important part in directing our thought and our mind. Our thought arise and become linked to each other around the feelings that are present. When we are mindful of our feelings, the situation begins to change. The feeling is no longer the only thing present in us, and it is transformed under the light of our awareness. Therefore, it no longer sweeps out along the way it did before there were mindfulness of the feeling. If we continue to observe the feeling mindfully, we will be able to see its substance and its root. This kind of seeing empowers the observer. When we are able to see the nature of something, we are able to transcend it and not to be led astray or corrupted by it anymore. Seeing the root of feeling and identifying neutral feeling. When he experiences a pleasant feeling by seeing the body here, where I am experiencing a pleasant feeling by the body. When he experiences a pleasant feeling by the mind here, where I am experiencing a pleasant feeling by in the mind. When he experiences a painful feeling by the body here, where I am experiencing a painful feeling by in the body. When he experiences a painful feeling by the mind here, where I am experiencing a painful feeling by the mind. When he experiences a neutral feeling by the body here, where I am experiencing a neutral feeling by in the body. When he experiences a neutral feeling by the mind here, where I am experiencing a neutral feeling by in the mind. The exercise, continuation of exercise 11, had the capacity to help see the root and substance of the feeling we have. Our feeling, pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral, can have physical, physiological, or psychological root. When we mindfully observe our feeling, we discover the root. For example, you have an unpleasant feeling because you started applying the night before you. Unpleasant feeling had a physiological root. Nevertheless, to be able to identify the root of your feeling is not enough. We have to look more deeply in order to see how the feeling manifests and to understand the true substance. To know a feeling, not just to see its root, but also to see its flower and its root. When one person takes a sip of whiskey or inhale from a cigarette, for example, he might have pleasant feeling. If he observes the feeling mindfully, he can see if physiological and biological root. We know that not everyone shares the same pleasant feeling when they drink whiskey or smoke cigarettes. If another person were to do either of the two things, she may cut or talk, and the feeling would be unpleasant. Third, the root of that feeling is not as simple as they might be at the first. The element of habit, time, and hour biosocially and physiologically are all present in the root of any feeling. Looking to our feeling, we can see biological, physical, and biological habit. Not only in our habit, but also those of the society whose product we are consuming. Looking to our feeling, we see the nature of whiskey and the nature of tobacco. Looking to the glass of whiskey, we can see the trend that a need for its production. We can see the effect that the alcohol will have on our body now and in the near future. We can see the connection between the consumption of alcohol and car accident. We can see the link between the consumption of alcohol and the several lack of food in the world. We have spent the large amount of the grain in producing alcohol and meat, while in many places in the world, children and others are dying for want of grain to eat. An economist at the University of Paris once said, if the Western world were to consume 50% less alcohol and meat, the problem of starvation in the world could be solved. If we look into any one thing with the eye of mindful observation, we can see the root and the results of it. If we mindful observing the feeling, we can see the root of that feeling and the result of it likely to produce. The mindful observation of a feeling can lead to a deep insight into the nature of the life. When we hear someone praise us, we may have a pleasant feeling. That pleasant feeling also needs to be examined outwardly. We have the right to accept a pleasant feeling, but we know that in our meditation practice, we need to observe mindfully in order to have clear insight into the nature of our feeling. If in our mindful observation we see that the word applied we by intellectually rather than reality, then we discover that our pleasant feeling arose out in ignorance and self-love. Such a pleasant feeling can tackle further along the path of illusions. When we see that the pleasant feeling disappears and we come back to the ground of reality with both feet planted firmly, the danger of being excluded no longer exists and we become healthy again. The pleasant feeling we have when we drink alcohol will also disappear when we see its root and effect. When pleasant feeling like it disappear, they can give rise to pleasant feeling of another kind, such as the awareness that we are now living in a way that leads to health and awakening understanding. Pleasant feeling of the second kind are healthy because they nourish earth and order and cause no harm. Even though we feel that the work of prayer are in harmony with the truth, we should continue to observe the pleasant feeling brought about by the work of praise. The work of mindful observation, however, royal pride or arrogant. The truth is that above all absurd or roughness on the back, we see that if we keep on with what we have started, we will make additional progress. And the work of pride, instead of making us proud or arrogant, become element of encouragement for us. If we observe mindfully like that, the pleasant feeling on hearing work of pride become a healthy feeling and have a nourishing effect. When we observe our feeling, we can see their relative nature. It is our way of seeing the work that determines the nature of our feeling. One person while walking might feel that the work is nothing but agony, and he will only feel happy when he is not working. There are not the people, however, who feel uneasy when they have nothing to do and will be happy with any work rather than doing nothing. In the latter case, would bring joy, a pleasant feeling, while in the former case, work give rise to unpleasant feeling, such as boredom or drudgery. Often we do not to see that we are hold the condition necessary for happiness, and we go looking for happiness in other place or in the future. To be able to breathe can be a great shock of real happiness, but often, unless we have congested nose or asthma, we are not able to rely that to be able to see beautiful color and form is happiness. But often, only after we have lost of outside do we become aware of it. Having sound and healthy life to be able to run and to jump, living an atmosphere of freedom, not being separated from our family, all the things and thousand more can be elements of happiness. But all the things that we believe to be necessary for our happiness, generally, only after we lose an element of happiness do we appreciate it. Awareness of the precious element of happiness is itself the practice of right mindfulness. We can use conscious breathing to shine light on depression. Breathing in, I know that I have good two eyes. Breathing out, I know that I have two able hands. Breathing in, I know that I'm holding my child in my arms. Breathing out, I know that I'm sitting with my family at the table. Exercise such as the knowledge, drive mindfulness and bring more happiness into our daily life. Big joy and happiness are about the awareness that we have conditions for happiness. That mindfulness is the basic and essential ingredient for happiness. If you do not know that you are happy, it means that you are not happy. Most of us only remember that not having a toothache is happening at the time when we had a toothache. We are not aware of the joy of a non-toothache because we do not have practiced mindfulness. When a feeling is born in us, we know that it is born. As long as that feeling continues to be a present, we know that it continues to be present. We look into it mindfully in order to be able to recognize its nature, pleasant, unpleasant, or nature, its root physiological, or biological, and its root physiological, biological, or social. We can use conscious breathing to assist us in carrying out the work of mindfulness observation. Breathing in, I know that a pleasant feeling has just arisen in me. Breathing out, I know that this pleasant feeling is still there. Breathing in, I know that this feeling had a biological basis. Breathing out, I can see the roots of this pleasant feeling. Breathing in, I can see the influence of this feeling on my health. Breathing out, I can see the influence of this feeling in my mind and so on. When root of pleasure such as anger, confusion, jealousy, and anxiety minded in us, they generally disturb our body and mind. They by such a little feeling are unpleasant and they with the function of our body and mind. We lose our peace, joy, and calm in the shutdown through full awareness of breathing. The body teaches us to take hold of our breathing in order to produce awareness of the unpleasant feeling and reduce to master it. Breathing in, I know that I have an unpleasant feeling. Breathing out, I am clearly aware of this unpleasant feeling. In our breathing, it light and calm, a natural result of practice. In our mind and body, we slowly become light, calm, and clear again. Breathing in, I calm the feeling in me. Breathing out, I calm the feeling in me. In this way, the practitioner continues to use conscious breathing to mindfully observe and calm his feeling. Every minute, she see the substance, root, and effect of her feeling. She no longer under the control of the feeling. The whole character of our feeling can change, but just by the direction of mindful observation. Fear and anger are fields of energy that arise from a physiological and biological pain. The unpleasant feelings that arise within us are also fields of energy. The body teaches us not to repress fear of anger or the unpleasant feelings brought about by them, but to use our breathing to be in contact with and accept their feeling, knowing that their energy that originate in our biological or physiological makeup. To repress our feeling, to repress ourselves. Mindful observation is based on the principle of non-duality. Our unpleasant feeling and ourselves are one. We have to be in contact and accept the unpleasant feeling before we can transform them into the kind of energy that are healthy and have the capacity to nourish us. We have to fight our unpleasant feeling with care, affection, and non-violence. Our unpleasant feeling can eliminate so much for us by our work of mindful observation. We see that it better understand unpleasant feeling allow us insight and understanding. Both in the Sutra and the Fratka, the commentary of the Sutra, the Ancestor teaches say the bandful and pleasant feeling are easy to recognize than the neural feeling. But in fact, neural feeling are also easy to recognize. They are not supreme feeling, they are not happy feeling. In earth, they are river feeling. And every drop of water in that river is either a supreme feeling, a happy feeling, or a neutral feeling. Sometimes we have neutral feeling, we think we don't have feeling at all, but a neutral feeling is feeling. It doesn't mean the non-existence of feeling. When we have 2A, we have feeling of pain, and when the 2A no longer there, we think we don't have any feeling anymore. But in fact, we have neutral feeling. It's not painful feeling, so it must be either neutral or pleasant. Actually, it can be a pleasant feeling. When we have very bad 2A, we should wish it would stop. We know if it were stop, we would have a very pleasant feeling. Therefore, non-stop is a pleasant feeling, but when the 2A had been gone for some time, we no longer appreciate the non-2A. We could call it a neutral feeling, but when it vanishes, it can become a pleasant feeling. In Lam village, we usually say someone who practices mindfulness can change all neutral feeling to pleasant feeling. In fact, neutral feeling is the majority of our feeling. For example, a father has saw sitting alone in springtime. The father practicing mindfully breathing, and he see how wonderful it is to sit on the grass, feeling blessed and happy. With the yellow flower come up and the bird singing, so he had pleasant feeling. But the child boy, he doesn't want to sit too with his father. He in exactly the same environment as his father. To begin with feeling neutral, and as son born with a neutral feeling become an unpleasant feeling, because he doesn't know how to deal with his neutral feeling. So wanting to run away from his unpleasant feeling, he stand up and go into the house and turn on the televisions. But his father feel everything contained sit in the same environment that were not able to bring happiness to the son. We are the same. When we don't have a pleasant or unpleasant feeling, naturally we have a neutral feeling. If we don't know how to deal with or to manage our natural feeling, it will turn to an unpleasant feeling. However, if we know how to manage it, it will become a pleasant feeling, a feeling of well-being, every natural feeling. When held in mindfulness, will become a pleasant feeling. Exercise for observing the objects of the mind. Discriminated investigation. When the factor of awakening, investigation of phenomena is present in him, here where investigation of phenomena is present in me, here where when not yet born, investigation phenomena is being born, and when already born, investigation phenomena is perfectly developed. Exercise for observing the mind. The third establishment of mindfulness presented in the Sutra, the establishment of the mind. The content of the mind are by so-called little phenomena called mental formation. Feelings are also mental formation, but they were dealt with on the hour in the second establishment of mindfulness. Because the sphere feelings so wide what remain on other by so-called little phenomena such as perception, mental formation, and consciousness. They are all smile from function and other objects of our mind observation of the mind. Formation can be either mental, physical, or physical. Different schools of Buddhism lead different number of mental formation. The Makosa school lead 46, the Sakasiti school lead 49, and the Dharmalakana school lead 51. The Sutra and the fourth establishment of mindfulness lists only 28 mental formation, including desire, anger, ignorance, disturbance, narrowness, limitedness, lack of concentration, lack of freedom, looseness, and rosiness, agitation and remorse, doubt, their opposite, not desire, not hating, not ignorant, non-determined, tolerance, unlimited concentration, rhythm, muscle down, absence of dullness and drowsiness, absence of agitation, as well as mindfulness, listening, be joy, easy, and letting go. The second version of the circle is one additional mental formation, morality with good include other mental formation that are considered to be the defilement. The third version considers central craving as a formation separate from design. Any of the mental formation can be the object of our mindfulness observation of the mind. The exercise of observing the mind in the mind isn't different from observing the body in the body or observing the feeling in the feeling. We mindfully observing the rising, impression, and disappearance of the mental phenomena with a called mental formation. We recognize them and look deeply into them in order to see their substance, their root in the past, and their possible fruit in the future. Using concept restricting while we observe, we should remember that when we the lamp of mindfulness lit up, the mental formation, the observation will naturally transform in a wholesome direction. Design means to be cat, ear, and strong, longing, form, sound, smell, talk, and talk are the object of the five kinds of design, which are designed for money, sex, fame, good food, and sleep. The five categories are designed to deal obstacles on the back of practice well as many kinds of physical and mental suffering. Whenever the practitioner mind and talk turn to the design, she immediately reply to awareness of the presence of that mind. Did the mind longing for the well? Did the mind of sexual desire? Did the mind desire in reputation? Did the root of the rising of mind longing for well? Did the feeling of pain caused by sexual desire? The Sati Busara Sutta teaches that when desire is not present, the practitioner also need to observe that it is not present. We can read it like this: at the time the mind desiring well is not present, at the time sexual desire is not present, at the time the mind desiring reputation is not present. Did the root of the absence of the desire of well? Did the root of the absence of the mind desiring reputation? Did the sense of is that accompany that the same of the mind desiring return? Did the sense of desire that accompany the absence of mind desiring reputation? The Buddha often said that many people confuse desire with happiness. In the Maggi Sutta, a man is forced to live in a forest because he had leprosy, suffering from several itching and sitting. He dug a hole, filling with a ripened and long, and set them on fire. When the fire became red hot charcoal, he stood at the edge of the hole and stretched his arm and let out over to catch the heat. When he did his suffering was relieved. On day when he could not make a coal of fire to warm himself, his itching was unbearable. Miraculously, some years later, he was killed of the disease and went back to live in a village. One day he went to the forest and saw a number of lepers wrecking their body to warm themselves by a cattle fire, and he felt terribly pity for them. The cattle were extremely hot. He couldn't go near it. If someone had dragged him to the home to warm his body over the charcoal, his suffering would have been great. That would in the former time have brought him happiness and relief were now shocked of agony. The Buddha said, "Decide not to the whole of burning charcoal on the forest, only thou will sit look on the side at happiness." Before he became a monk, the Buddha had taken a life of trying to satisfy the five desires, so his work came from experience. True happiness, he said, is alive with few desire, few possession, and the time to enjoy the many wonder in earth and around us. The scripture recording how the monk Bhattacharya had happiness and easy when he observed his life at no desire. One night while sitting in meditation at the root of the tree in the bamboo forest monastery, Bhattacharya suddenly twice called out the word, "Oh, happiness." The next morning, another bhikkhu reported on the Buddha, thinking that the monk Bhattacharya regretted losing the high position he had when he was Govinda. That afternoon after that mental, he Buddha showed monk Bhattacharya and had, "Each day yesterday during your meditation, you called your joy happiness." Bhattacharya replied, "When I was so true that last night I called joy, oh happiness. Please tell the community." Subject 2 of one of the body, 7 ways breathing in Breathing in, I am aware of my whole body. Breathing out, I am aware of my whole body. With this second subject, we embrace our body with mindfulness rather than just embrace our breathing. And in the first two exercises, we recognize the presence of the body. We return home to be one with it. Breathing in is the vehicle that brings us home to our body. We do not come back to our home and care for it. Who will? When we come home to it, our body breathes a sigh of relief and says she had come back at last. We do not blame our body, accusing them of being a notion because we have headache or upset stomach. We embrace our own body, care for them, and help them with right mindfulness. In the Anapanasati Sutta, the Buddha teaches our exercise in connection with the body. First, breathing. Second, recognize the body and calm the body. Third, recognizing the position of the body, standing, sitting, walking, and lying down, and knowing you are standing, sitting, walking, and lying down. Fourth, recognize the action of the body, bending down, drinking tea, and lifting a cup of tea. If your actions are hurried and forgetful, you recognize that, and when you do, you hurriedness and forgetfulness disappear. During the practice of meditation, the body and mind become unified. In the sitting, lying, standing, or walking position, practice awareness of your body. We know that the Buddha taught walking meditation. Today, when we practice walking meditation, we can use ideas from the Amrita Sutta to help us success in walking. If we walk slowly, as in the meditation hall, we can take one step and say in silently. It means breathing in. I know I'm walking in. For as long as that breathing lasts, continue stepping with your left foot as soon as the out breath begin. Begin stepping with our right foot and say the word out silently with me breathing out. I know I am breathing out. Just take a step and know you are breathing in, and take a step and know you are breathing out. This is what you need to do. There are nothing else beside that. There's nothing else besides that. If we put our whole body and mind into one step, we are successful in walking meditation. After practicing in, out, 4 or 5 times, our breath will become deeper and slower while naturally. We can recognize that sigh deep as we breathe in and slow as we breathe out. When we practice walking meditation outdoors, rather than taking one step with each breath, we take 2 or 3 steps for every breath. For every step, we say in. So if we take 3 steps with each in breath, we say in. And if we take 3 steps without 3 out steps, we say out. And then we say deep, slow. Sometimes we identify ourselves with our body. Sometimes we believe our body is stranger to us, and we may hate our body. The attitude shows that we are illegal from our body. So you have to go home to your body and reconcile with it. Your breathing is part of your body. Your breath is the door through which you can go back to your body. Your perception show on with the energy of mindfulness. We embrace our breathing, our in breath and our out breath. We become one with our in breath and our out breath. As our practice continue, our in breath and our out breath become deeper, more harmonious, and more peaceful. Then you go a bit deeper and embrace your body and reconcile yourself with your body. You might do this in a sitting position or lying down. It's very important to go back to your body and show your concern, attention, and love. Your body may be suffering. It might have been abandoned for a long time. This is the beginning of the practice of love. You become aware of your body. You are determined to take good care of your body, and your body will feel much better when you're able to do so. Sappaka means the whole body. During your in-breath, become aware of your body as a whole. Embrace your body in its entirety. The object of your mindfulness no longer your in-breath alone. It now includes your body. Embrace your body tenderly during your in-breath and out-breath with the intention to reconcile ourselves with it, to take care for it, and to show your concern and loving kindness. You may want to modify the language a little, but the content of practice is the same. Breathing in, I am aware of my body. Breathing out, I smile to my body. This is a smile of awareness, a smile that shows your concern and loving kindness. How much time do you spend going back to your body? Holding it tenderly with the energy of mindfulness and smile to it. Each of us know that we need to do this regularly with compassion and tenderness. Smile to your body with your smile of recognition. Oh, my body, I know you are there. I will take good care of you. One useful way to practice is to observe different parts of your body one by one, and then observe the whole body. So you can start with your hair, aware my hair breathing in, smiling to my hair breathing out. Then slowly all your different back of your body down to the tip of your toe. You are in contact with all of each of them by means of mindfulness. You can practice this meditation when you're sitting and when you're lying down. Habitual examination with a scanner and instrument that scan the body using laser learn to help them down what is wrong. Mindfulness also scan the body. Do not with laser beam. Right mindfulness right apply then recognize them different back of our body. How of the convention with them and show us how to take care of them. You can lie down and guide yourself in this meditation. Breathing in, I am aware of my eyes. Breathing out, I smile to my eyes. And then do the same of all the back of your body. If your concentration is strong, you will see how much joy your eye brings into your life. And that alone will make you feel happy. Seeing how precious your eyes will help you to take good care of them. During the practice, difficult feelings sometimes arise. For example, you may be absorbed in your heart when suddenly you notice anxiety and rising. Perhaps your children had a heart condition and you are anxious about that. In any case, do not put the feeling away. To look at it and say, breathing in, I am aware that I am anxious. And then continue observing your body under the supervision of the full awareness of breathing. Here another example. As you become aware of your digestive organ, you may see millions of minute living beings that are living inside your intestine. Do not push this perception away. Simply remain aware of it. Breathing in, I am aware of the minute organism living within me. Your awareness of your symbiotic relationship with your organism can be restructured for mediation. Recognize yourself and make an appointment with yourself to return to the subject later. And then continue your journey observing the rest of your body. We call it practice, scanning the body with our awareness. We generally pay every little attention to the organ your body unless they call a pain. You may bad habit your life so cut in your goal and project that you never ever take time to notice your little tool. Your little tool is very important. It has been kind to you for many years. If one day in the future this sign of cancer in it, what will you do? You may think somehow that being aware of your body is not an important spiritual practice, but that is not correct. Any spiritual ritual or physical can be a door to full realization. If you meditate on your two, hold on your two between your fingers, that can lead to your goal of realization. The secret of practice is second subject of full awareness of the body. If you concentrate your mind and observe it again of the body in full awareness. If you practice it way, one day you will see in a new way that will change your view and your way of life. The hair of your head may seem ordinary, but it is another ambassador of the truth. Please observe the quality of your hair, observe them well, and it should discover every message that it has sent to you. According to the principle of interpenetration, it has controlled on the information of the cosmos. Are you on the important cosmos? They the window that open up on the miracle of reality. Don't neglect anything, look deeply and you will see. In the record of the four element mindfulness, the dimension 36 back of the body, it best should be embraced by our mindfulness. And we should smile to it. First, we should enjoy relaxing, either sitting or lying down. After a few minutes of relaxation with the help of mindful breathing, total relaxation cannot be perfect without mindful breathing. Then you direct your attention to each part of your body. Your breathing in and embrace each part of your body with mindfulness and smile to it like a mother holding her baby tenderly in her arm. Is very healing and very important. When you practice breathing in, I am aware of my liver. Breathing out, I smile to my liver. Your liver might react right away. Oh, I have been waiting for this for a long time. I have been sending SOS message for help day and night. But he just neglected me. He continued to grin and smoke and it gave me a hard time. It couldn't tell him how hard it would have for me to be all for that. I suffer so much day and night and I work so hard day and night. And my message had been neglected. If you practice mindful breathing, you will get a lot of relief. If you pay attention to your liver and smile to it, you will get some insight into the condition of your liver. Your liver has been trying its best to maintain your well-being, but you have been neglectful. Forgetfulness, the opposite of mindfulness. You have been forgetful and you didn't know it. It may be the first time you pay attention to your liver. Your liver is comforted at the moment, and if you continue to 3, 4, 5, the insight will come. There the intention to be kind to your liver to protect it because you know know that your liver is condition of your well-being. Then what if when it is born, you know what to do and not what to do. You don't need anyone to tell you to stop drinking alcohol. You should embrace your liver and stop drinking and engaging the portion that can harm it. If part of your body should be embraced and taken care of exactly in the same way. I just finished the chapter Stop Drinking Alcohol. It rainy outside and a full bit full inside, a little tired, but bit moon and it's more important. Bye bye. See ya.